he or she. And then, of course, you always want to have direct contact with the state if there's any kind of ambiguity or you're not sure. It's really important to remember that the regulators at the state really are there not to penalize and to try to find a way to sort of get your institution. They really are there to try to enforce the regulations, and they tend to be really helpful and pretty sympathetic to say, like, we understand that this is a difficult thing that you're trying to work through. We want to work with you. We want to help you understand what our regulations are. And if you approach them from a vein of, you know, we want to be authorized in your state. We want to be in compliance. Can you help us understand what your rules are so that we can do that? I've never met anyone who wasn't just as absolutely as helpful as they could be. So student pay versus institutional pay may be an issue in proctoring. And then there are federal requirements that you have to notify students if there is the potential that there's an additional cost involved. And so that was something that we had to make sure we were really in compliance with. So when we looked at proctoring and what our proctoring restrictions are, we know that some students will have to pay for proctoring services. Even outside of these states, we just know in general that some students have to pay to have a proctor. In some places, they can have it done for free. But if they're going to go to a testing center or a library, they're most often going to have to pay a fee. And so we are required by the federal rules to notify students that that cost is a potential prior to their enrollment in the class. And so that was a process of going through our catalog, going through all